hi, we just met Alvin, super nice guy. Do him a favor, give him a like, smash that like button, subscribe, do your thing, hit the bell, notifications.
Hey guys, it's me, it's AlvinSquacialupi, and I'm back again with yet another banger of a and we got another Jubilee video, actually, believe it or not. This one in particular, as you can see from the title there, yeah, do all cheaters think the same? So this is in regards to people that have cheated on their partner, okay? So let me just say right off the bat that I think the idea of cheating is bad. Now, biologically, from an animalistic perspective, human beings, as well as many other animals in the animal kingdom, are not biologically wired to engage in monogamy, okay? So that is true. However, we should all have enough sense to know if you have a partner. And this is usually the case in most modern societies. There are still some societies in which monogamy is not really a thing and no one really cares about that. But for the most part, everywhere else, if you have a partner and you're saying you're going to be with that partner and you plan on being with that partner until your death, especially in regards to marriage, usually the idea of infidelity is a no-no, okay? So I've always been in the mindset of that if you know that you are not ready to settle down with just one person, then don't get in a relationship. There's no point.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking boy. You know nothing about that.
What's that? Facts?
If you know that you still have the urge and the temptations and desires to, you know, meet different people and have relations with different people as far as a sexual relation goes, then don't get in a relationship. It's pointless because all you're doing is bringing pain to the other person that is trying to deal with your baggage, okay? So with that being said, once you do find a person, or if you believe in true love and that, you know, persuaded some things, once you find that person, then there should be no reason why you should cheat, okay? There should be no cheating. You should be able to stay with that person and stay disciplined forever. It's not that hard, all right? Big shout out to my parents for being living proof of that, as well as many other families that also managed to do that, which it may not be many, but you know what I mean. Big shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all, and y'all keep doing the damn thing, all right? So anyway, we're going to get into this video here. It's do all cheaters think the same? So I'm assuming they're just going to ask questions and basically kind of see where they are as far as why they did it and different ideologies as far as those that willingly cheat and don't feel as bad doing it. So let's go ahead and get to the video. Before we do, make sure that you hit the like button if you do enjoy the video, share it with others, and if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and then there's a little bell notification. You hit that, you'll notify when I go live with a new video every time it drops. All right, let's get to it.
Hey guys, I know you're here for the video, so I'm gonna make this really fast. We had someone drop out of our cast, which is the reason we only have one guy in this episode. But honestly, we want to do the best job possible about getting you the best cast with an array of opinions. So if you want to be in our videos, make sure to sign up at jubileemedia.com/casting. And of course, I'm gonna read all your applications, all your stories. Enjoy the video, guys.
My dad cheated on my mom cheated on my dad, my sister would always get cheated on, my brother cheated on his wife. I never thought that I would cause that kind of pain to someone.
Yeah, see, it's starting to get crazy already.
I am a cheater, and it was a very hard time in my life when it happened. I ruined an entire part of myself.
Remove this.
Before, I wasn't very empathetic with cheaters, but after I did it, I understood.
I feel like it's a part of me, but it's not who I am right now.
Okay, let's put me at the top right, the top left.
I'd say in my early 20s, I didn't know why I was cheating. I didn't think a bunch about it.
Normally a lot of people, they definitely beat themselves up for it. I don't.
All right.
When I cheated, I enjoyed it. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right off the bat, we got some wild behavior going. Okay, it's gonna be stuff in the top left corner. So let me go to the top right. You already know this is Jubilee. I already announced that, so we can just get rid of that. Okay, so just to explain, if you've never seen Jubilee's videos in this format before, they'll usually ask a question, and then each person will stand on a specifically designated line in which you can somewhat agree, strongly agree, be in the middle, somewhat disagree, and strongly disagree. Okay, so the first question they asked was, when they cheated, they really enjoyed it. As you can see, she's the only one that disagreed, so she did not enjoy cheating, whereas the other ones, they pretty much agreed and strongly agreed that they enjoyed it a lot. So I guess we'll find out why exactly they enjoyed cheating on someone. And it looks like they'll also ask the question on Instagram, and most of the audience on Instagram also enjoyed it. So here we go. Because this is wild.
I was there for it. I was there for the cheating. Like, let me tell you, like, I'm here for it. It's a catharsis. It's cool for like the moments while you're in it, and then afterwards I feel horrible. It's like, okay, I'm doing this. I feel good because I'm connecting with someone and I'm not connecting with my partner. And so this feels good to have this sort of connection with someone else.
I cheated in another country. So at that time, I was like, oh, nobody's gonna know about this. I don't say anything. It's, it's all about me right now. So at that time, I enjoyed it. But yeah, as soon as I got back, I just felt so guilty. Man, you high and then it went like low.
Yeah, I enjoyed it in the process because one, my boyfriend at the time was 2,000 miles away. And here's my best friend's cousin who is right here and open and willing. And I was like, fuck it, let's go.
I actually cheated on somebody. I was in a long distance relationship. I didn't cheat on the person like through sex. It was something totally different. I just considered other things as cheating. I did not enjoy it. No, it was like with a friend from like middle school. He like hit me up. I was like, "How you doing? Okay, let's go hang out. What's happening?" So no, I didn't enjoy it. And
you didn't enjoy
really
the moment?
horrible.
Like you didn't enjoy like actually being with the person?
No.
Not at all from the very beginning?
It just like if you like let things happen, I just let it happen. I'm just like, oh yeah, no.
Really?
Not again.
Then why didn't you stop? Why didn't you say no, I don't want to do this thing?
Yeah. That might have been like my lift's outside, gotta go. Yeah, at that point.
And he was like my ride, so I couldn't like my lift is outside. I couldn't, yeah, no.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. 3, 2, 1, go.
They all disagree and strongly disagree. Okay.
I would say I strongly disagree with this saying simply because people change, people grow up, people learn things.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also believe the same thing. People can learn a lesson to not make a mistake like that again. If somebody was in a relationship, let's say starting out, like let's say one of their first relationships, they ended up cheating on their partner. I think that down the line that person can find someone else and learn from the mistake of the first time and never do it again. That's what I personally believe, but we'll see what they got to say.
Just because I did this one bad thing when I was like, let's say 15, doesn't mean that it should haunt me for the rest of my adulthood.
Once a cheater, always a cheater? Okay, no, not really. I've been in several long-term relationships where like I've cheated from the very beginning into the very end of the relationship. And you guys are saying like I cheated one time when I was 15 or some shit like that. I'm like, oh, you guys are awesome. I was like on some straight fuckboy shit. Like I was straight up. So like what I was doing wasn't truly who I was. It was a defense mechanism. I have these strong emotions towards my partner. I really wish that they would listen to me. They're not, and so I'm just going to go and do something that makes me feel better. So I don't think that once a cheater, always a cheater, but I do, on the other hand, always tell every partner that I've been with about my habits and what I've done in the past. I share it openly because I think it's something that should be shared more often because we're not the only people that cheat. People watching this stuff are also cheaters.
I would be willing to forgive someone if they cheated on me.
Hell no.
2, 1, go.
Hell no.
Just because of the simple fact that
Hey, listen. Any future girlfriend of mine, if you cheat on me, you're not my girlfriend. That's all I'm gonna say.
I told my boyfriend at the time that I cheated on him, and then he forgave me. But then these things start happening where he's like, oh, what's up? Where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to a party. He's like, oh, boys are going to be there, huh? I'm just like, why would you do that? It just makes me want to just go back to what I was doing. Let me just hop. I can't.
No faith or trust.
Yeah, exactly.
The
trust after was gone. I'm fine. We're fine. No, we're not, because you're not emotionally, mentally
what's the point in being there
we're
anymore?
done.
Give
up.
It wasn't done. So after that, I broke up with him, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be that person. Just like, oh, you cheated, bye. I'm not going to be that mentally or physically. I'm just going to be no, we're going to work this out.
If it was the other way around, I still would have been.
I think the only case where I personally would forgive a person that cheats on me is if this was someone that I've been with for over 10 years and we got kids and stuff, and then they do that. Then maybe, but it's got to be an extreme case. Maybe I'm so busy all the time that this person basically felt lonely, and in their moment of loneliness they ended up doing that nonsense. Then maybe I can forgive them. But even then, it's at that point I'm going to have that trust barrier where I don't know what to do. But then I'm also thinking about the kids, and I don't want to put them through, because definitely growing up without both your parents is quite the experience. It's not always negative, but it's definitely better as long as both of the parents are positive, having that two-figure household as opposed to just having a single parent for the most part. And so that's something that I wouldn't want to put my kids through if that were to happen. But like I said, it's got to be a specific case in which I can be you know what, we can try to get past this and hopefully this never happens again. But I don't know. Overall, though, for the most part, if you cheat, you out of here.
Begging at his knees to be with me because of how much I was in love with him. And I still forgive him for what he's done to me. And if anybody were to do that later on, I'd be like, hey, I've done it too.
3 out of the 4 relationships I was in, I was a cheater.
Whore.
But on that one, that last one, I got cheated on. Cheating all throughout that first year. Second year, same thing through that. I forgave him for all of it. I was still the one begging him to be with me. I tried. I said I forgave him for that, but I didn't really. I still have a lot of hate in my heart for that. But would I let the next person do that? Hell the fuck no. What do you mean I'm gonna get to know you just for you to do all of that stuff? That's why we learn from our past mistakes, which that's kind of me being a hypocrite because I did the same mistake over and over again.
You changed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Only because, before I cheated, I would have actually been all the way back there. And then I came here because I hold grudges. So, I will be more understanding to a person if they cheated on me because I did it. But it would be really hard for me to let it go because I would always replay it in my head.
Right.
For me, actually, the person I cheated on, we're still together. We're getting married next month.
Wow. I was gonna ask you about that. Congrats.
Yeah. So
crazy.
he forgave me big time. Obviously.
How did you find out? So you cheated with him overseas?
Yes. At first, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just break it off, not say anything. But he was so willing to fix whatever was going on, and he was like, I don't know what's going on. What can I do to fix it? And I was like, this is just what's going on. This is what I have in my head. I'm unhappy. I think we should go to counseling and stuff. And so we did, and we're more honest and open with each other, and we were able to work it out.
That's awesome.
Cheating is always wrong. 3, 2, 1, go.
If you're the initiator, yeah.
It's not always wrong because what if that person that you're in a relationship with is toxic? You're just okay, I have an excuse to cheat on this person. That's why.
Isn't that more of an excuse to break up with the person?
Yeah.
I know, but you still have benefits with that person too. You know what I'm saying? You're in this relationship.
Oh, this sounds like a parasitic girl right here. Yeah, I was gonna say what old dude just said. If a person is toxic, that gives you more of an excuse to just break off the relationship, not to just cheat on them. So, like I said, if you're the initiator, then that's the reason to know, hey, cheating is wrong. The only case in which I can say that cheating isn't wrong is, some of the cases in which girls will, or I guess anyone in general, if their partner cheated on them first and then they felt like that to get them back, that in a whole is toxic. But that's a little bit more of a better reason to do it, I guess you could say, if you feel like you want to work things out with the person. But if you're in a toxic relationship in general, like the person is beating you, or they say hateful things to you, or they just treat you dirty and things of that nature, then it's not a reason to cheat.
You have benefits,
it's a reason
so
to get the hell out of
That's the
there.
hard part, right? It's
Yes.
like, this is one of the things I'm like, why I'm afraid of marriage. It's like, in some ways, it's like, what if shit goes like super south?
Right.
And it's like, I can't just undo this. This is not just a breakup.
Yes,
I'm a
that is
firm believer
correct.
that
He's
no matter how
spitting
toxic
facts.
somebody is, no matter how horrible somebody can be, I don't think anybody on this planet deserves to be cheated on. I wanted to believe I had good reason, but I didn't, even though
Of course you didn't.
he called me a dumb bitch every other sentence. And I was the most ugly and stupid person that he's ever met. And I only exist to send him nudes. Like,
What?
Yeah, you did the right thing. We're getting out of that relationship. You did the right thing, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get out of that
Be in
relationship.
love and still cheat.
Hell no.
3, 2, 1, go.
What you mean?
So the reason why I'm strongly disagree is because if you actually love someone, why would you ever want to inflict any sort of pain on them?
Right.
Since you're supposed to be there, I guess you can say their other half, why would you want to be the bad half of it? It doesn't really make any sense.
Did you love the guys that you cheated on?
No, that's why.
You didn't love them.
I don't love any of them.
Did you tell them that you loved them?
No.
You never said you love. I love.
Well, I never said it to any of them because I didn't love them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I was in love with the people I cheated on. I mean,
Would you call yourself a selfish person?
super selfish. At that time, for sure. Super, super selfish.
But do you think you could have been selfish in a different way and still not have hurt the person?
Exactly. Yeah, I do. I agree with you. And that's a thing that now at this portion of life, like, I try and do. I've not cheated in a long while.
Yeah, I don't have too many experience with relationships. So actually, my fiance, he was my first boyfriend. So
Did you feel like you wanted to experience other people? What was the
200%. So yeah, like I said, he was my first relationship, and at that time, like, I wasn't very confident in myself, my appearance, my personality. Guys were always looking at my friends, and I was like, okay, this guy likes me. It's like, this is it, And then as I got older, I just like more comfortable with myself, and I'm like out when I was in Japan, I was like, oh hey, people like I'm getting attention, like I love this, like not like I fell out of love with my fiance now, but it was like, hey, somebody else likes me. I am pretty, like I am cool. He's not just saying that,
I have forgiven myself. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's see who. We got some people that have not yet.
You guys haven't forgiven yourself. I've forgiven myself. For sure. I mean, it took a lot of like reflecting. I don't think my cheating is not truly who I am. It was the result of not seeing healthy relationships as I was growing up. Not seeing how people can work through things in a healthy way.
I feel like I had to forgive myself just because, especially after the relationship that I was in after that I got cheated on, just because now I understand both sides of it.
Right.
It isn't easy both ways, but I feel like if you really actually want to learn and grow from something, you definitely have to forgive yourself, because you can't grow if you don't forgive yourself.
Still haven't kind of forgiven myself, just for the simple fact that we're kind of like in a courtship, so we're like intending to get married. So I could have been in like her shoes of like, oh, fiance, but I didn't get that chance just because of the simple fact that I cheated, and then all that stuff happened. And yeah, that's something that I was like, damn, this time If it would have stayed and I didn't cheat, I could have been like married by now. I could have had like the life that I wanted.
Do you think that you would be like, you and the guy would still be together if you hadn't cheated?
No. To be honest, because it was, I don't know how long I would have lasted in a long distance relationship. So, well, that's why I cheated.
I'm definitely still working on it. It's something that still happened recently, just last year. So I just felt like, all my life I grew up to be this perfect person. My parents were very proud of me. I never like went against them. So when I went to Japan, we were already engaged. So me coming back, my dad already put money on a down payment for the venue and stuff. I felt so guilty. So like even now, I know everybody is like forgiving of me, but I just have to work on forgiving myself still, because I still think about it, how it affected everybody around me.
Right.
All right, guys, that's a wrap.
Woo! Come on, guys. 1, 2 cheater. No,
What an interesting group.
This is what cheaters look like. When we came here, I didn't realize, I was like, you guys are cheaters?
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
I was like, you look like a cheater.
What an interesting video there. Well, guys, that's cheaters. Hey, it is what it is. So that concludes today's video. Hope you perhaps learned some new information about the other side of cheating. Maybe you were someone that got cheated on in the past. Maybe this video has provided some insight into why some people cheat, maybe. And maybe this just kind of gets you geared up towards, siphoning off the good and bad people as you try to meet your soulmate, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's it for me, man. You already know how I stand on this cheating stuff. Like I said, it's tough. Get in a relationship if you're ready to be in a relationship with one person. Now, if you guys work out some extra deal when you're in an open relationship and both of you are openly okay with doing that, and there's no issues or disagreements about it, then that's a different story. But for the most part, you get in a relationship, you're supposed to be committed to that relationship. Otherwise, if you're not ready for the commitment yet, then stay your ass single and ready to mingle and get some Pringles. Bars. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's just the way it is, man. I don't know why people make it much more difficult than it has to be. I feel like it's not that hard, but I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of line here with my lack of experience in that. So that will conclude today's video. And until next time, I see you all around. Big salute, peace, and blessings.